Dear my respectful viewer of Islamic Iman TV, in your program Beliefs and Believer, once again I so appreciate that you are listening or you are staying to watching me and listening to what I say. May Allah give you the most degree, the most good reward, with no doubt. However, in the before break I said about who can get the benefit from those tools that Almighty God gave the person, that he can use it and for his own benefit, not for anything for God. God does not need anything. Only use it for yourself, to be happy, to be get rewarded, to make much more good life, have a good life for such a using and right way. For example, as your aql, the aql is for both way, is same thing work for you, wrong and right. However, when we say who is the close to the God is in akramakum indallahi atqakum, it means the person who is the use the word of taqwa or piety. The piety is what is the piety? Piety is the good deed, doing something good. So the good, your conscience is with you. That's another conductor in your body that telling you is really good. You feel good with something you do good, you feeling good. Even though you say lie, right away, your conscience right away tell, oh man, you did not good, did it good. Those are the conductor is inside. However, God gave man's reward for such a piety, such being piety, and that will bring the front of the angels. The angel will serve for that person, like angel was dead the time of the structure of Adam. So that is the one of the top of the tools that is God gave us to use it. That is aql, or the one of the most important for the person is mind, which we in English is mind. I also mentioned about as I mentioned the meaning of a spirit in the first break, and the one segment. A spirit is a kind of power of force that influence the will of people, or something typical elements in the character of the person. Now, what would be the soul by himself? How we should translate or definitions or defining the soul. So what would be that? The distinguish between, first of all, the distinguish between soul and spirit is the activity of body of human being. That activity which was come amal or whatever, that is that one, the spirit. That is the spirit of the man. That's the power. What is that? Which is the soul first, in one name. Spirit and soul is one name, like electricity is lighting is turning the all fan, all the refrigerators, all everything. That is electricity. But when you go, that this is called it all together as a power, which man has a power. And how is power is come? Power is come from the soul. And soul has the soul has the point of the first that can conduct, can bring, can bruise by itself the spirit. For example, I said electricity. First of all, the water is one of the turn the wheel inside, and then the wheel is bring the inside as a motor produce electricity, but all call it electricity. Soul spirit is the power, both same, but the activities the bring the shows up the most, everything is a spirit. For another example, for the generator bring the produce power, but what point would be that the generator can turn? That is like must be something before that is a battery, but battery is also electricity, give electricity. That's the spirit of action of these things later on, that is from the generator. And also another things about the distinguish between mind and between intellect. So we have always, we say about the aql in Farsi or any Arabic, that is do this, do that. This true, which is true. This is all aql. But what is the intellectual of that things is the same as soul, exactly the same as soul and spirit. Mind is the mind of all, but the activity in the compass of mind as the ability to the intellectual to correct and decide about what is right and what is wrong. And what is the destiny of, or what is the result of the action? That's in any other offer of mind of offer at first. So go this way, go that way, this. To be the top of, that's why this, when God gave these things, that man is to be the top of the person, of the everything. So in he has it, and he use it in a way of the spirit and mind, in a way of the soul and intellect. So these are the conductor inside the human being. When this one was come out, the time when Almighty God blew the soul to the mouth of, or to the Adam. So that was the verse of Quran is فَإِذَا سَوَيْتَهُ فَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. That was when the God fashioned fashioned Adam and have him breathe it into him of God's spirit. The Adam become the most powerful creation. So human being is the last creation of God, with full of the package of the dignity, mind, intellect, ability, free amal or free work, self-esteem, and many more things to be realized the reason or to be realized the Almighty God, to realize His Creator, to be realize His Khalaq, and know His responsibility, what he should do, what should not do. And according to the side of words of Quran only, not somebody to talk in somebody else. Whatever Quran said about these things, you have to, to know, to feel his responsibility, what should do. If we trust Almighty God and do subjugate to all his orders, then we will find the highest position upper than angel. And also we reach the all promise that of God, which already mentioned it for human being, that somebody do good things, He gave him reward. And the last things also is not last thing, this another thing that is, when I mention it, about the conquering ability that also Almighty God gave to the human being. That human being has such kind of things to conquer all other creation or other creatures. And also the beside of all things, also his nafs, we call it nafs, his ego, because the ego is one of the very active, hyperactive, and he pull the person, the mind, the wrong way. And also one of these things also you can conquer it. You can conquer it, that nafs, to not go wild. And this is the verse of Quran about that one is Inna an-nafs al-ammaratu bis-su' illa ma rahima inna rabbi la-ghafurur rahim. So the meaning of that is, certainly the soul is indeed prone to evil, accepting when my Rabb has mercy. Surely my Rabb is protected for any most rewarding. So this is also is a nafs is important, and this also at the same time conquering all other things in the world. And the other word is also word of Quran is هو الذي سخر البحر لتأكلوا منه لحما طريا وتستخرجوا منه حلية تلبسونها. Another one is ألم تر أن الله سخر لكم ما في الأرض والفلك تجري في البحر بأمره. And the other one is ألم تروا أن الله سخر لكم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. In all is that the Almighty God gave to the person, to the human being, to the man, such a kind of ability to do these things, to conquer the all things. And also the free action, you can do it which way you can do it, right way and wrong way. And the last things about the freedom that I want to mention it about the free action. This is another special permit that Allah gave to the man that he can do by their own way, but has to have something in verse of Quran, أَفَلَا تَتَفَكَّرُونَ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ. If you're doing wrong things, if still you have to go think about it, to not doing right. If somebody wants to steal something, still the mind has to be involved. Or doing right, of course, right is right, and something wrong is wrong. أَفَلَا تَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Something you do. This is also that there's the special permit that the Almighty God has in the package that every human being has it. So at the end, I conclude my subject about manpower and spiritual affection in Quran, and I hope you benefited. And I would like to let you to go, and may Allah bless you. And inshallah, if I can bring one another subject, all my subject is special, as you know. Again, you can go to YouTube and write my name and see how many episodes you can find and listen it. Inshallah, you will get the reward, and that's the good way that you make some sawab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.